So today I wanted to make a quick little video talking about the state of Microsoft as a company. I know there's been a lot of rumors going on lately about their Xbox platform and them going to this idea of always on DRM and all this stirring up like dislike towards them, and I just wanted to talk about that. I know there was some reports, it was on multiple sites, about this internal memo that went out in the company that said, hey guys, we need to make these games playable offline. And I don't know, like from my standpoint, from the standpoint of the consumer and the people reading the article, it definitely looks like they kind of backed out of that. It looks like they were originally planning on doing always on DRM, and then they realized, wow, Sony's doing an open console with indie game support, and it's going to be easy to develop on, and anyone will be able to play any game whenever, and we need to compete with that crap. So I just don't think that there was just too much evidence there supporting the fact that they were definitely planning to do always on DRM to say that they were not doing that. So I definitely think that is the case. However, I wanted to talk about just the overall state of them, because they seem to be getting a really bad rap from the public and from their quote fans. I don't know if you want to call them fans. Their user base, their people that use their stuff, because Windows 8 is getting bad feedback. People aren't switching to it. People are sticking with Windows 7. I still have Windows 7. I don't know a single person who's using Windows 8 right now. I hear nothing but complaints about it online. I see videos and comments and articles about how to fix Windows 8, through third-party applications and through modifications that you can do via the internet, and just fix it. And though it is a faster OS and a more optimized OS, there are a lot of issues with it, such as not being able to access your registry files as easily. It blocks access to a lot of stuff. There's advertisements in the OS. That is when I found that out, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. I don't want to be a part of that. But so I don't know. It seems like they're really not doing a whole lot to please consumers right now, and I don't really know why that is, because they've always had this open platform called Windows that just, it was dominant. It was clearly the best for laptops and desktops and any sort of personal computer that people own, and everybody already considered it the best. It was already the best, and now they're trying to move into this sort of almost Apple style uniform cross-platform system between Xbox and Windows Phone and Surface tablet and Windows 8, and I don't think it's really working for them. I think their plan is kind of screwing up in a lot of ways, because they're not taking, they're not doing what people want. People just want a computer that they can do whatever they want with. They don't want some kind of cross-platform thing, and I know there's benefits to that in some instances, but I don't think that the benefits outweigh the disadvantages, especially when it comes to a lot of the things we do with computers on Windows 7. Like I access stuff in my registry files all the time. It's just not feasible or smart to say, hey, you have to just kind of go with the flow here. You can't do anything to your OS. You can't, make modifications. You can't, look inside what's going on. You have to just assume that that it's all good, and you just have to roll with it. And that annoys me, because I don't want to be advertised to in an operating system that I paid $100 or more for. That just seems silly. And I can't really see why anybody else would either. I mean, some people say, you know, oh, the advertisements are not a big deal. And I will admit, you know, advertisements aren't that big of a deal. You know, they don't degrade functionality, but it just shows that Microsoft is more interested in money than your satisfaction. They're just blatantly saying, hey, we're going to advertise to you, and we prefer money to you. That's the statement they're making when they stick advertisements in offline applications on Windows 8 when you're in that, you know, that Metro interface, you know. And I've seen tons of reports on this, and it's just really silly to me. And then the second thing I want to talk about was the Xbox. And it doesn't really seem like they have a plan. I know they're planning to reveal it on, what is it, May 21st. And it's gonna be big. I know it's gonna be big. You know, people are gonna buy it. The Xbox 360 was a huge platform. Everybody loved it, but I don't think everybody loved it because it had Netflix and because it had all this cross-platform functionality. I think people liked it because they could go on there and play Halo and Gears of War, and they could play these great new games, and, you know, it was like an Xbox Live had, you know, when the 360 launched, Xbox Live was like light years above PSN and easily even comparable to PC servers at the time. I know right now, obviously, PC servers are the dominant ones, because the thing is, PC servers sort of, you know, the connections on a PC, they evolve over time, you know, like internet service evolves over time, whereas Xbox Live, they can only really do so much from a standpoint of upgrading on a single platform. But I definitely think when, you know, when the new one comes out, it's gonna have, you know, upgraded stuff and everything. But I really don't see any reason for people to buy it. I know there are, you know, super hardcore Halo fans out there who are gonna get it, but those people are few and far between at this point, I think. Halo is no longer developed by Bungie. It's developed by 343, essentially in-house at Microsoft. And then they have Gears of War. Gears of War Judgment got horrible feedback. It did not get good reviews. People weren't really big into it. It doesn't have much of a player base after only a couple months of it being out. Less than a couple months, actually. Like, less than 2 months, I think. And then it has, you know, I feel like they're exclusive based. You know, Forza is not really, I don't think it's a very strong exclusive for them, and that's really all they got. And then they also have all these partnerships with, you know, I know they have one with Bethesda and then the Activision to get their games on the DLC for those games on Xbox first. I know Skyrim got Xbox DLCs first, and so did Call of Duty. But I think I don't see people really buying into the scheme that they're trying to go with, and I really think they need to change something. I don't really, you know, it confuses me why they do this kind of stuff. Like, why are they trying to be Apple? Because Apple has this uniform system between all their devices, and they all connect to each other. And people like that. You know, they're Apple fans, and they like that, and that's fine. But Microsoft is liked for a different reason. Microsoft is liked because they take, you know, they make the prime software. They make the best software. They make, you know, the best applications that are pretty much necessary to have. You have to have Windows or Mac. You can't, or you can have Linux, I suppose, but you're not going to have as much functionality with Linux as you would have with Windows or Mac. And if you don't like Mac, you have to have Windows. And if you want a cheap computer, you have to have Windows. And that's why Windows is huge. And all schools have Windows. You know, offices have Windows. All business uses Windows. Gamers use Windows. Everybody uses Windows. So it's a necessity to have it. And yet they're saying, hey, let's make it this sort of Apple strategy type thing where we have this system and all these devices, and they're all connected to each other, and it's completely irrelevant. They say, well, you know, you can watch Netflix on your computer and switch over to your tablet without stopping it. Well, you can watch Netflix on your computer, and you can pause it, and it saves that, and then you can go onto your tablet and open up Netflix and watch it already. Or Xbox, or your Blu-ray player, or your iPhone, or your Android, or your tab. I already said that. So, I don't see what they're doing as being innovative. I see what they're doing as being controlling and trying to close their platform, and I don't like it. Consumers don't like it, and I think if they keep it up, they're gonna have problems. You know, they're gonna see their operating system degrade. They're gonna see Linux come up. They're gonna see Apple get more sales. They're gonna see their OS not doing well, because it's already not doing well. People are just sticking with Windows 7. So if they don't make, for the next Windows platform, if they don't make changes, they are potentially going to have some problems. So yeah, that's my rant for today. That's my Microsoft, my technology rant. So yeah, that's, if you guys like these, I like them. I like doing them. If you guys want to see more, give a comment, a like, whatever you want to do. If you guys have a suggestion, maybe. I like to talk about all sorts of technology, so you know, keep that coming. And yeah, so I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.